one of the fastest growing counties in the nation, one of the wealthiest counties in the nation. So we want to get people that are in this job for the right reasons, because they want to be beneficial and they want to do things broader than themselves in helping their community.
We're surrounded by a lot of opportunity locally. Things are always building, a lot of change. Those same elements exist in Loudoun County Sheriff's Office. There's a lot of change, there's a lot of growth, a lot of opportunity.
Especially when you're dealing with a melting pot of Northern Virginia. You're looking at an area where it's exponentially growing. And as far as the Sheriff's Office is concerned, hire people that can understand that so that way they can kind of break down that cultural barrier.
Yeah, there's some neat opportunities here that aren't available anywhere else in the country. They're open for the taking. If you're motivated and you want to be a hard worker, this is the place to get involved in a wide variety of opportunities.
I can't think of a better time to join Loudoun County Sheriff's Office because it is developing. You know, I could learn computer forensics, I could learn so many different skills. You know, not many departments can offer that to their employees.
So you need to have that kind of diversity in thought process, education. It's not just criminal justice and law enforcement. There's a whole lot of factors now that impact what it is that we're doing.
Being able to talk to people, because if you can't talk to people, your job's going to be difficult. You're meeting people at the worst point in their lives.
Where you came in and maybe just said one little thing and presented a human face as opposed to just a badge, an authoritative figure. And they say, you know, that was the best thing that ever happened to me. I needed that. That was the shakeup I needed. Thank you for doing it professionally and respectfully.
Whatever the case may be, that you can look back on and they come to court and they thank you and they say, wow, thanks for what you did. And you can look back and hang your hat on those things and say, man, I really made a difference in somebody's life.
Find a 45-year-old man who was having a heart attack, woke his wife up in the middle of the night having chest pain, and by the time I got there he was purple. So because of the experience and training that I got in the academy, I knew CPR, I was able to administer that. I got to see him 8 months later, healthy, happy, saving a guy's life. That's a pretty cool feeling.
Sometimes you don't have time to de-escalate. You don't have time to talk about it because the next call is coming on your computer and you gotta go. You know, you might calm down for 5 minutes and be right back up to 100 miles an hour.
All about being on the road. I wanted to be in uniform, I wanted to be in a car, I wanted to work in days, I wanted to work at nights, I wanted to see the entire spectrum of activity. Absolutely the best job that I've ever had.
We rely on civilian staff probably more than even the average deputy realizes. I mean, they really are the backbone for what we do. We could not do what we do without them.
If you're not a police officer and you're a civilian, you know you're doing your part, you know you're contributing. So with the record section, we make sure that every report they write gets where it needs to be and it gets into our system.
It's just a wide array of things. As the largest full-service sheriff's office in the state of Virginia, you find that we do have a lot of different types of jobs.
Property and evidence is we store all the evidence, we collect it, we house it, we're the keeper of it. Drugs have to be disposed a certain way, guns have to be disposed a certain way. We also maintain it for the period of time that it needs to be maintained according to the law.
You know, there's a lot of honor in keeping up the tradition of working in law enforcement, so that was a draw for me. My dad and grandpa both worked in law enforcement, so I have a lot of respect for the job. I've always heard growing up that they never worked a day in their life.
But we also have the desire and the demands of moving forward. So as technology goes and as the world keeps moving forward, we also have to be forward-looking and forward-thinking. So that's kind of the challenge, is that as the county gets bigger and as more and more people come on the department to account for the population growth, to keep meeting those demands at that same level.
The agency is very open to how can we best use the resources that we have, take a skills inventory and find out what people can do and where they can apply those.
If you're really motivated and really determined to get in and maybe be an instructor in certain things, or pretty much anything you really want to get into, you've got the opportunity to go through those classes at the academy, which a lot of jurisdictions can't say.
And we're looking for people that can do the job, be problem solvers out there. We also need to make sure that we have people that are flexible and intelligent and they can make good decisions, because all that is a force multiplier, and the better we work together, the more effective we'll be, and just be an asset to the folks in the community, the folks that we serve, and it's really about that.